Real quick, just so you guys know, I am on Twitter. You can find my Twitter in the description below. It's also at Jackson Kruger. That's Krueger, because it's a German name. They love to throw E's in there. But anyways, yeah, check that out, and I hope you enjoy this video. The 2013 Week 17 matchup between the Packers and Bears might be the best regular season football game ever. It's maybe the best one I've ever seen. I mean, you think about what was on the line and how crazy the game went. And one of the more interesting things about this is that the first time these two teams played 7 weeks prior in this season, Aaron Rodgers left the game with a broken collarbone and never came back. And in fact, this is the first time he came back in this Week 17 matchup. So that just sort of adds to the mystique of this game. And in fact, yes, there is the one crazy play, which we will get into, but there was so many just wild things that happened before this point. For example, this play, the, dreaded, oh, it looks like an incomplete pass. Everyone can, thinks it's an incomplete pass. I'm going to have to pause it for a second for copyright reasons, but this is not an incomplete pass. This is ruled a fumble, and no one even notices it right away. Just all of a sudden you see them break in, and hey, congratulations, you got a touchdown. Mike McCarthy also had an all-time dumb extra point try when they were down 2 points with 11 minutes left. Why would you do that? I mean, if people want to kill Matt LaFleur for his field goal opportunity, you're down 2 points and there's 11 minutes left. Why would you only go for the extra point? And I believe Troy Aikman was commentating this game and he said, yep, right call. No, it isn't, Troy. It absolutely isn't. Because do you really think that the opposing team is going to kick 2 field goals in the next, 11 minutes, and you're going to get 1 touchdown? Like, the chances of that happening are very small. The chances are much more likely that they'll score a touchdown or something else will happen where you need to tie the game. There's enough time left. Just, go for 2 there, which almost came back to bite them because there would only be 1 more score in this game. Let's talk about that final drive because, again, there was obviously a crazy 4th down play. But what's interesting is that wasn't the first 4th down conversion Green Bay had on that drive. In fact, it wasn't even the second 4th down conversion Green Bay had on that drive. So right here, they're inside their own 25, only a little over 4 minutes left to go in the game right here. And what's going to be really interesting about this is how close they were for this to being a delay of game. It wasn't, but watch how close it's going to be because I paused it right here. You can see on the play clock it says 1 second left, but watch the second it snapped. I mean, look at that. It snapped right then, right as it hits 0. And even if you want to say maybe it hit 0 slightly before it was snapped, the rule is the ref has to see that the clock hits 0 and then look down and see that the ball isn't snapped. So you get about an extra half a second. So that's how close they were from getting a 5-yard penalty. They probably punt if they do get that 5-yard penalty. So right off the bat, some danger right there. However, Rodgers gives it to Kuhn, who is able to pick up the 1st down and to keep the chains moving. Then there was this play, which is another wild one, where it's only a 3rd down and 4, making it only the 4th most stressful play of this drive, which is just insane. But still, if they don't convert here, does McCarthy go for it? Or does McCarthy say 4 yards is different than 1 yard? We'll punt. We still do have a timeout and a little bit of time. We could get the ball back. I think he probably goes for it, but that's a situation you would like to avoid. And the route that Rodgers wants to throw to pre-snap is actually not going to be a great one because it's going to kind of go right into a lot of traffic. So right when this play starts, Rodgers looks over there, looks for Jordy Nelson, but realizes that's not really open. He could run it, but now you see 55 for Chicago. He knows that Rodgers could run it. So he's running in. He's actually making a great read on this play and making sure that Rodgers isn't going to be able to pick up the 1st down. However, Rodgers is going to make a move and still get that 1st down. What a move by Rodgers. So then they get the ball a little bit further down the field and are at yet another 4th down and 1. This time, they will not be handing the ball off. Instead, they will be throwing the football. It's a cover 1 man play, similar play as last time. This time there's a blitz attached to it, but it's similar. Also, at this point, Green Bay, you have less than 2 minutes. So this drive is taking a minute. If they do not convert here, Chicago, they can't completely kill the clock, but they can, put Green Bay in a situation where they'll probably have about 20 seconds left with, at their own inside their own 20-yard line. And this is if Chicago doesn't get a first down. That's best case scenario. So Green Bay basically needs this one. Rodgers takes the snap. He's going to hit Jordy Nelson, who makes a tough catch. Keep in mind, I mean, this is not exactly, a warm summer day. This is very cold out. So the fact that Nelson was able to make that grab, it wasn't the best throw from Rodgers. But again, given the conditions, that's understandable. But they still find a way to make that play work. We then have this play. It's a 3rd down and 8, and this at the time felt like a huge blow. So it's 3rd down and 8. Again, if Green Bay loses possession of the ball at this point, it's over. Chicago can just kneel it down. Yes, I paused it in the middle of the play. I just wanted to set up that 3rd down and 8. That's the situation. And watch what's going to happen. Rodgers makes this throw. It maybe could have been caught, but it ends up not being caught. I mean, you see Jordy Nelson is going to get open, throws a bit behind, and Nelson can't make the catch. You wonder if the conditions had something to do with that one, because typically those two guys are able to make that kind of play. But again, it's tough conditions right here. Not to mention right here, James Jones was actually completely open. Chicago had a blown coverage, but Rodgers just didn't notice it. So this is a devastating blow for Green Bay and for Aaron Rodgers. They could have had a touchdown. I mean, look at Aaron Rodgers after this. He's in complete disbelief. Can't believe it just happened, but it would set up this. Okay, so here we go. Here's our main attraction. It's, Green Bay's down a point, 4th down and 8, 46 seconds left. If they don't convert here, it's over. Chicago's sending the house. Cover 0. They're going all out blitz. They're trying to win the game right here. And you're going to see, Chris Conte make a very Chris Conte type play. That's basically the best way I can describe it. As you see, Conte is really going to be expecting, to try and cover that 1st down marker. And on one hand, it makes some sense. I mean, you do have to, not allow the 1st down. And it seems like his logic is, I'm going to cover this because pressure is coming. So Rodgers basically has to throw this ball right now. Not to mention, you look over and you see that Rodgers is very much under pressure right here. So there's logic there. But Randall Cobb is not going to be stopping right when he gets to the 1st down marker. He is running a go route right here. And for, Chris Conte, this is a horrible situation. Rodgers casually sidesteps Peppers, as only he could do, with a flick of the wrist, hits Randall Cobb for a touchdown. I mean, to elude Julius Peppers, Chris Conte has no clue what's going on, and Randall Cobb wide open for a touchdown. And not to mention, Rodgers could have potentially ran it, but of course, you got to make that throw there when someone's wide open, and it ends up being a game-sealing touchdown. This game was also the birth of this camera shot, which is just one of the coolest celebrations ever, I think. But yeah, I mean, that whole game, and especially that drive, what a moment in NFL history. And, for Aaron Rodgers, everyone talks about all these Hail Marys. Well, this one wasn't a traditional Hail Mary because there was still 40 seconds left. But this is probably the coolest drive he's, taken part in. And he wasn't perfect in it either, because this was really a team drive. I mean, one of the 4th downs was handing the ball off. Another 4th down was Randall Cobb making a tremendous play. And then, the final play, he was absolutely spectacular. To get around Julius Peppers like that, I mean, who gets around Julius Peppers on a big 4th down? Only Aaron Rodgers. And then, they got a little lucky with playing Chris Conte. That's the other thing. But as a whole, I mean, what a drive. And that's just such a cool thing. And you kind of feel like Green Bay a little bit deserved it just because they had to play without Aaron Rodgers for so much of the year. So not like they did too much in 2013, but a very cool story, very cool game. And I wanted to break it down. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.